Is any of this haunting have anything to do with the Ouija board?
This could be something that has been attached to you for forever and you're only really noticing it.
What's up guys, it's Austin and welcome to the attachment series. This is going to be about my haunting that I've been experiencing for the past 4 months now in this new house. And I actually reached out to a professional that's willing to cleanse me of this attachment once and for all. And later in the video, we're going to be doing a tarot card reading and I'm going to be asking him if the way I'm doing ghost hunting now is putting me in danger and if I need to change things in terms of safety. So here we go. Like to explain to the viewers what you do and what we're doing today?
My name is Alex. I read tarot. I'm a magician for the last, I've been practicing 38, going on 39 years. I teach. I guide people. I try to help as much as I possibly can my community.
And you're not like a medium or no?
No. I don't consider myself a medium. I'm just a practitioner of the occult.
But you can feel energies around people.
Absolutely feel energies around people and must resist on occasion doing readings unsolicited because people don't like that.
Did you feel an energy when I walked in?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
there's always an energy, and it's a nervous energy, and it's very much an anxious energy.
That makes sense.
Which is why I cleanse the way that I did and why I talk the way that I do. That's one of the things about the unknown, is it makes us anxious.
Yeah.
And that's not a comfortable place to be.
No.
Not by any stretch. This could be something that has been attached to you for forever, and you're only really noticing it. We don't know yet. And that's what we're going to try to ascertain. What I do is I try to give answers where there's questions. That's the whole point of tarot. Tarot is not about the future. You're not going to get lotto numbers from the tarot. It's not what it's about. It's about reading energy. The energy between two people, the interaction that we have. This is why when I shuffled, I handed to you so that you can handle those cards as well. That way we have that link. And you'll notice when we finish up that I will dispel that energy so that it cleanses it out so that the next person that comes around isn't influenced by your energy.
Yeah.
Right? Because we don't want that. We want there to just be a conversation between us.
If I ask like, what is going to happen with this, and this, it'll depend on if I keep on going down that path.
Yes. Okay, so it's reading your energy now, right? So this is the possibility. If we continue down this road, this is what we're going to see. We are the ones that decide which way we head. What
kind of entity or spirit would you say is like attached to me?
Like I said, something playful.
Is it like a trickster energy?
Yeah, that's what I felt when I walked in. More tricky, more, hey, look at me, pay attention to me. What I've done is I've actually laid out 5 cards in an elemental spread. And this is just a base. So I've got spirit, air, earth, fire, water. So we're looking at 7 of Wands, and this is spirit. Really what we're looking at is kind of a conflict here.
What is that exactly?
Well, how often have you gone into an investigation and you've taunted spirit?
Many times.
It's pretty ripe for a bit of a confrontation, don't you think?
Yeah.
What I will often tell folks who are just getting into the ghost hunting or spiritual investigation is don't taunt. Yes, it's going to get results. Absolutely, it's going to get results.
And that's why I've done it, yeah.
Yeah, it will absolutely get results, but you're going to piss off the wrong spirit. It can be super, super bad. So, I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, we've got the 7 of Wands here, which is talking about the conflict, but then we get into air. Air and fire. I mean, we're looking at something that fairly explosive combination. So when we're talking about the conflict, you get a lot of results from that conflict.
Right.
And what you want is those results, because that's what's going to generate views, that's what's going to generate excitement, is you want that evidence. How often do you go into an investigation and nothing happens and you just get so discouraged?
When I go investigating, like I always think nothing's going to happen, and then stuff just starts happening everywhere I go. I ask people, I'm like, is that normal? Am I attracting these things? Or
I don't know how long you've been doing this for, but you've clearly been pulling enough energy with you that you can actually elicit responses without taunting them. We don't have to make them angry. I think you're a lot more in tune than you think you are, which is probably why you're experiencing what you are.
How many times should somebody cleanse when they do ghost hunting?
Cleanse before
they go to location.
Before you go to location, you
outside
cleanse.
The house or?
Always outside the house, never inside the house. Cleanse the house.
Yeah.
keep it a safe place. At some point, we're going to go and we're going to cleanse the home, and then we're going to set selenite in the four corners of the home. And what that does is it creates a barrier. Spiritual energy that you don't invite in can't come in. Cleanse yourself in your home, absolutely, but when you leave your home to go to an actual job, go to the job site where you're going to do your investigation, cleanse before you get there. Then arrive, do your investigation, cleanse before you leave.
So at the location.
At location, cleanse before you leave, before you get into your vehicle, and then you're good. You'll never ever pull anything with you at that point.
So as far as like attachments go, like they usually go for the neck, right?
100%.
Or the back or whatever.
Neck and back, yeah.
Does it matter if sage or Palo Santo or whatever people use for protection hits those areas, or do you?
The smoke will hit it. Because what you're really doing is you're actually cleansing your chakras. And when it's attaching itself to your back and to your neck, it's literally piggybacking on you in order to get to where it wants to go. That smoke does hit. So you'll spread around, and then I always circle the crown.
And just think positive thoughts.
Thinking positive thoughts.
So as like a whole, like what do these cards just mean in general?
What we're looking at here with this elemental layout, before we even go into depth, is it's telling you, hey, you personally have evolved past the taunting stage of the investigation. You don't need that.
It gets more stuff to happen.
It does. And if you are going to do it, I'm not saying don't. If you are going to do it, cleanse. Okay, because you don't want any of that attachment to you. Okay?
Is any of this haunting have anything to do with the Ouija board?
All right, Seven of Swords. I would say that's a pretty strong, it's probably got something to do with that. The entity that is attached to you right now is masculine.
It's a yes for the Ouija board?
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a yes.
Should I say the name in here?
I mean, we're fairly protected, and I will cleanse afterwards, so it really doesn't matter.
So you've heard of Zozo, right?
Yep.
Is that the one that's haunting me, or is that...
Well, that would be a very masculine energy now, wouldn't it? So King of Cups, we're looking at... You've already answered that question. You have a fairly logical mind, analytical, and that's really what this king is talking about, is very in touch, all right? You already know the answer to that.
It's a yes.
That's going to be a pretty resounding yeah.
It's just hard to know because, like, with spirits, they can trick you with answers, and
100%.
like, I just wanted to know exactly because
you will never you will always find that a greater spirit will pose as something lesser. You will never have something lesser that wants to pose as something like Zozo.
Right. So Ouija board and Zozo coincides with each other?
They definitely coincide.
I guess I'll ask the cards that what does he want exactly?
What do they always want? Oh, look at that. So the Two of Swords, we're looking at kind of a, I want to say conflict, okay? Competition, I think would be a more accurate explanation.
Okay.
Right? So the Two of Swords is talking about two forces kind of coming together. Clearly you serve a purpose. Now, is that purpose to make Zozo more public so that it can look at other people as well that are watching? That could be it. So are you being used? Are you being used as a tool in order to advance its agenda?
About that, like, he could affect people through the screen, not...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, we're all attached. We need to remember that distance doesn't mean anything.
They know when you're talking about them.
Oh, gosh, yeah. We're all connected. Everything is connected.
Would you say people should protect themselves before they watch?
I would suggest anybody who watches, you just hold on to whatever protects you. If you're Catholic, do your prayers. If you're Muslim, do your prayers. If you're Jewish, do your prayers. If you're a pagan, you know what to do.
Something that's been like very weird with recent investigations that I've done. Mm-hmm. So like I've been doing series of these locations, so I'll stay there for like good amount of time, more than I did the first time. It's not just a one-off video. I'm staying overnight, splitting it into episodes. Last time I went to this haunted tunnel near my house, it was doing similar things to what it did last time when I was with a friend, but when I went alone, it like amplified it more. Mm-hmm. Like knocks, footsteps on either side. Like it was doing that when we were there, but when I was there, it was like times 10, like or more. And the witches for like 3 months after after the possession, we were doing a spirit box on one of my friend's phones, and it was actually one of the most accurate phone spirit boxes I've probably ever used, because I don't do the phone apps, I don't believe in it, but like this was like crazy. So when we started the seance, we were about to do a Ouija board. It didn't work because it didn't move, but we have had a session where it did move. I'm just not there. The spirit box said 3 months ago, and this was 3 months after the possession, and we're just like, if there's anything here, now is your time, like would you like to speak with us or whatever. We hear this like metal get thrown at the fort. We immediately freak out and look, and no one was there. We didn't see any metal piece on the ground at all. And last time I was there last year in September, I was standing inside the fort off camera. There was like what sounded like 2 metal pipes that just banged together super loud, almost like, you know, the metal sound we heard as a group. I went there alone and I heard something just as like, if not more powerful than last time. Like, what does it mean when it's doing that?
Well, I mean, it's establishing dominance, right? It's probably warning you out. So you went at night then?
Oh, I always do.
Yeah, because during the day, nothing ever happens. So that means it's being very, very protective of its space at night.
So we're about to do a cleansing of the attachment that I have, which we know is Zozo. We're getting this stuff out right now. So what exactly is gonna go down?
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put my my own blend into this burner.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start at your crown,
okay,
and we're gonna circle down. And I'm gonna work my way around and clear off any attachments, and that includes circling around to your back, making sure anything on your neck and back is completely smudged off.
Since that's where the attachments go.
Since that's where the attachments usually originate. So this is my own little blend here. It's got just a whole bunch of stuff in it. It's got sage, lavender, copal, sweetgrass, cedar. There's some palo santo in there as well. It's just a whole bunch of really, really good stuff that I have found works really, really well to rid any attachments.
That was a crazy session. Very long, it was 3 hours, but I had a lot of questions for him. Some of them were about the attachment, some of them weren't. I'm not gonna include everything, obviously. I'm mainly gonna include the attachment stuff, what you guys have seen or what I decided to include. And I could release the rest of what he said later or in future videos because we talked a lot about some certain things. So what he did was he gave me this red string like necklace thing. It's just like red string with like a bead at the end, just I guess to keep it together so I can wear it. And he cleansed this, and he basically said I have to wear this every day, I guess, until he cleanses the house. I guess I could wear it whenever I want, but he said for right now, wear it every day. He got rid of the attachment, and yes, it was the demon of the Ouija board, obviously. I asked him a ton of questions, like with the ghost hunting part, he's like, you need to cleanse yourself more, because I do not cleanse myself at all with sage or anything anymore, because I just stopped doing it. That is pretty much the gist of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Episode 2 will be out next week. That is the end of episode 1 of the attachment series. Peace.